everybody. Mark with North Star here. Yeah, I just had a request to go a little bit more in depth in the Garmin 350 audio panel and show you some of the behind-the-scenes features that some of you may not know about. So I just wanted to do that real quick to give everybody that heads up. I'll kind of go through some of the other things in the other 350 video, and then I'll show you some other features that we didn't cover. So this is the 350 audio panel that we see in all the new Cirruses. Pretty straightforward. So COM 1, COM 2, you can select. So now we're talking and listening on COM 1 and just listening on COM 2. So you can do the same thing on the other side. You can also do a split COM. So you basically push both of them, and that means the person in the left seat's using COM 1, talking and listening. The person in the right seat's using COM 2, talking and listening. So that can be helpful if you're trying to talk to an FBO and the other person's trying to talk to ATC. The playback button is pretty straightforward.
47, sky condition.
So you can hit the playback button, it'll play back whatever the last thing was. If you hit it again, it'll keep going back. And you can mute it by hitting the mute button here.
47, sky condition, scattered 1,000, ceilings broken.
So you don't have to listen to the whole thing play back. Nav 1 and Nav 2 would just be to listen to your nav frequencies if you wanted to listen to the Morse code. All right, so we're going to get into the features over here. So we've got pilot, co-pilot, passenger, speaker, which is the overhead PA, manual squelch. This has a fantastic auto squelch, so I don't use the manual feature at all. So the phone, music 1, music 2, or I'm sorry, phone and music input, which is right here. Music 1, which is your XM, and music 2, which is actually located right here in the center armrest portion right here. So what I'm going to show you how to do is how to actually utilize all these. All right, so if we wanted to listen to, say, the phone, so we can push in on this knob. That'll bring up the blue. So right now you can see you do the big knob to see who's actually utilizing it. So the phone is set up for the pilot. So if we wanted to set the phone up for the co-pilot, we could do that. So right now the phone is set up for the co-pilot, and co-pilot could be using it. So you just highlight the buttons up here if you want them to be active. So that would be active, and co-pilot would be using it. So let's say we wanted to listen to the XM radio. We can select music 1. That would make it active, so it would be playing in the background. But right now it would only be playing for the co-pilot. So we can select pilot and passengers, or only passengers, if you wanted to do that. So you can also turn it so it does not, so it'll actually cut out during ATC transmissions. All you do is press and hold the music button. You can do this with any of the 3 buttons up here.
Music 1, mute, disabled.
So, and it says music 1, mute, disabled. If you do want the music 1 mute, so it mutes when ATC calls up, you just hold it down again.
Music 1, mute, enabled.
All right, music 1, mute, enabled. So when ATC comes up, it will turn the music off. So some other cool things you can do here, you can turn the 3D audio on and off. So the 3D audio, what it does is split between both ears, so you can listen to COM 1 on the left side and COM 1 on the right-hand side of your headset. All you have to do that is hold down the pilot button.
Standard audio.
Hold it down, it'll say standard audio. You hold it down again.
3D audio left.
So it goes through the 3D audio left and right. All right, and so another cool feature you can do, let's say you don't want to, let's say you want to mute the, so you don't want the co-pilot to be able to override. So say you have somebody who's not a pilot in the right seat, and you don't want them to be able to talk over ATC. So what you can do is you can make the co-pilot a passenger. You can hold down the co-pilot.
Co-pilot is passenger.
So the co-pilot is now controlled by the passenger one. Then what you can do is hold down the passenger one.
Passenger mute disabled.
So we just disabled the passenger mute, but I'm going to enable it.
Passenger mute disabled.
All right, so passenger mute.
Passenger mute disabled.
All right, so the passenger mute is enabled. With the passenger mute, Now ATC can talk, and it'll cut out over the passengers, and the co-pilot is on the passengers as well, so we'll talk over those guys as well. So it makes it kind of nice if, you know, you have somebody who's chatty next door. You can go ahead and set that up, or they're a passenger, and then you can mute them out, or you can take them out altogether. So they would just be listening to whatever source you had. So in this case, you could have them listen to the music, and set up over here. You wouldn't be able to hear them. So right now the music is active. The pilot is the only one active here, but you can see them, they're listening to the music. And you just control that by pushing on the knob that brings up the blue buttons, and then you can select who you want to listen to the different sources. So, there is no co-pilot right now, but we can do pilot. We can go back if we hold down the co-pilot again.
Co-pilot is crew.
So co-pilot is crew now. So now we have the three different selections that we had before. We can also adjust the audio right here. You can see how it's adjusting the passenger volume.
.com 4121.
So I can adjust the co-pilot volume right here.
If you go at 9, you go direct. If you got 11, you can go after the
adjust the pilot volume right here. That makes it really quick and easy. You can also do the same thing.
When you get in Greensboro airspace, you can probably get back up. But hold on a second, let me amend that.
You can do the same thing here with the music. So you can adjust the volume right here. Makes it really quick and easy to do that. So like I said, great feature. Lots of cool items for the marker beacons. The light doesn't need to be highlighted for them to work. And then you can always just mute them by pressing it again. So they'll be flashing when the marker beacon's going. Press it again, that'll mute them. So yeah, like I said, hold down the pilot button to turn on or off the 3D audio. Hold down the co-pilot button to turn the co-pilot into a passenger. Hold down the passenger button to be able to mute the passenger when ATC talks. Hold down the music button, any of them, to be able to mute those during ATC transmissions as well. So you can always cycle those on and off. Another thing to check on your headset, the 3D audio will not work unless your headset is a stereo headset. So even the new Bose headsets, they have a stereo and a mono selection. So whether you're using Bose or Lightspeed or any of those, you actually have to make sure that it's selected. And what I find on most of the new ones, I don't know if it's a factory setting, but almost all of them are set on mono. What you have to do is you take out the battery, and you can actually see right there where it's listed, it says audio, ST, and mono. You want to set it at ST, and then I'll allow you to have the 3D audio. On the older Bose, there's a little line of little switches in there, and you just select it to ST for stereo. So hopefully that helps, guys. And like I said, this was actually a video that someone had requested. So feel free to request videos. I love doing them for you. So anytime I can help you guys out, just let me know. And fly safe out there. Thanks.